our dear grade 9 learners. Welcome back to Lexians TV. Are you ready for another fruitful day of new learning experiences in English? We are happy to hear that from you. I'm your teacher, Miss ABIGAEL CEBANICO, and together, let us learn and enjoy while in the comfort of our homes.
For today's lesson, we are going to talk about the types of social issues in our society. Let us start this lesson with the target objectives. First, define what social issues are. Second, identify types of social issues. And lastly, formulate cause and effect of the issue presented. Before we proceed to our lesson, let us have first a recap of our previous topic. We are bombarded with lots of information around us, especially on social media platforms. Why is it important for us to understand author's reasoning? Author's reasoning refers to why the author chose to make the text the way she or he did. It is relevant for us to understand author's reasoning so we can evaluate if the information is believable or not. And before we dive deeper to our lesson, let us have first a priming activity which I think you are very familiar with. It is entitled 4 Picks 1 Word. In this activity, you have to identify what specific word fits with the theme of photos presented. Aim what the word is from a set of letters given below the pictures. You will be given 5 seconds to answer. Are you ready? Let's play! Number 1. The correct answer is poverty. Very good. Moving on to number 2. The correct answer is population. Good work. Number 3. The correct answer is unemployment. Wonderful. And for the last number, the correct answer is pollution. You are doing a great job. I know that most of you are fond of playing online games, either it's on your cell phone or personal computer. Today, I'll be reading to you an essay about gaming addiction. But before that, let us have first our motive question. Do you agree that gaming addiction is considered as one of the social issues? Oops, hold on your thoughts. We will answer this question later. For now, I'll be reading to you the essay. Are you ready to listen? I bet you are. Nowadays, video game addiction has become one of the most popular problems, especially among children and teenagers. This addiction strongly affects one's health, particularly eyesight, backs, and spine. Addiction, specifically to video games, makes one aggressive. He or she doesn't have concentration and time to eat or sleep because of too much focusing on playing video games. This addiction has been noticed even on adults. This might be quite dangerous. One could lose a job or even family just because of computer games. Parents should control their child's gaming by monitoring the time their children spend playing the video games. This is one of the main solutions that could be advised to parents. Another way to get rid of video game addiction is by involving oneself in significant activities like outdoor games, sports, peer review, or group study. One can also spend more time with friends and bond with family. This will help to forget this serious addiction. In my opinion, video game is a good way to kill time when one is bored. But one should be very careful not to get addicted. because addiction and cure from boredom is a very thin line. One should understand that there are more things in life than video games. Did you understand the essay? Let us check your comprehension by answering these guided questions. Choose the letter of the correct answer. Felixian gamers, are you ready? Number 1. What is the essay all about? A. Gaming addiction. B. Outdoor activities. C. Online gaming. And the correct answer is letter A. Very good. Moving on to number 2. When does excessive gaming become addiction? A. If the person occasionally thinks about it when not actively playing video games. B. If the person is preoccupied with game playing and disrupt other areas of life. C. If the person follow a scheduled time for playing. And the correct answer is letter B. Good job! Next is number 3. Which is not a possible cause of gaming addiction? A. Loneliness and depression. B. Able to relax and recover from stress. C. Social anxiety and low self-esteem. And the correct answer is letter B. Very good. Number 4. The following are the negative effects of online game addiction except A. Increased anxiety and depression in players. B. Physical body pain and sleep disorders. C. Online gamers can able to make quick decisions. And the correct answer is letter C. Excellent. Last number 5. How does online gaming addiction affect students? A. Students suffer from concentration problem and poor academic performance. B. Online gaming helps students perform better in school. C. Playing computer games sharpen the students' mental faculties. And the correct answer is letter A. I know you can do it. Do you still remember the motive question that we had? Let us try to answer it. Do you agree that gaming addiction is considered as one of the social issues? I can hear you say yes. You are right. Video game addiction has become a global phenomenon and appears to lead to poor grades and serious psychological problems. As we go deeper to our lesson for today, let us identify first what are social issues. Social issues are problems that influence many citizens within a society. These are groups of common problems in present-day society which many people strive to solve. Let us now familiarize ourselves with the different types of social issues in our society. The first one is poverty. These are the key indicators of poverty. lack of income and productive resources, includes hunger and malnutrition, limited access to education and other basic services. Second is unemployment. Unemployment is a key indicator of the weaknesses of the economy. In the Philippines, around 9 million workers are unemployed and underemployed. The third one is pollution. Our country faces environmental challenges. Water and air pollution levels exceed, ranked as one of the world's most vulnerable to the impacts of environmental disasters. Fourth is prostitution. Prostitution in the Philippines is illegal. It was estimated that there were up to 500,000 prostitutes in the Philippines. The fifth one is overpopulation growth. An increase in population is caused by sustained poverty and poor economic growth. One of its possible effects is families were unable to secure education for their children. Next is lack of sufficient healthcare services. In our country, there is a history of unfair and unequal access to health services. With regards to this, poor families do not get access to basic care. Another one is graft and corruption. This includes graft, bribery, embezzlement, backdoor deals, and patronage. Philippines suffer from widespread corruption. Last but not the least is smoking. Smoking is prohibited in all public places. It is a major public health concern, and it poses health risks not only for the smokers but also for others. And now that we are fully aware of the different social issues in our society, let us move forward to the next activity. This activity is entitled Cause and Effect. For this learning task, you have to supply the missing letters to identify the kind of social issue presented in the given picture. Then, tell which of the given statement is the cause and effect. Picture number 1. What type of social issue is presented here? The correct answer is deforestation. That is right. Which of the following is the cause and the effect? A. Human activities as agricultural expansion and infrastructure development. B. Climate change, soil erosion, and flooding. The cause is letter A. And the effect is letter B. Excellent! Picture number 2. What type of social issue is presented here? The correct answer is graft and corruption. Very good! Which of the following is the cause and the effect? A. Wasted taxpayer funds, loss of goods and services. B. Absence of a respectable justice system. The cause is letter B. And the effect is letter A. Wonderful! Picture number 3. What type of social issue is presented here? And the correct answer is lack of sufficient healthcare services. Good job! Which of the following is the cause and the effect? A. Poorest are unable to access basic healthcare services. B. Insufficient healthcare facility and staff. The cause is letter B. And the effect is letter A. Perfect! Picture number 4. What type of social issue is presented here? The correct answer is poverty. Which of the following is the cause and the effect? A. Unemployment and continuous increase of goods and services. B. Homelessness, lack of access to healthcare, nutrition, and food. The cause is letter A, and the effect is letter B. Good job! Let us now check your score. You are doing a great job! And to check if you fully understood our lesson for today, let us assess your learning by answering this activity. Read and analyze the following statements below. Identify what type of social issue that manifests in each paragraph. Number 1. Danielle approaches Penelope, a 16-year-old girl. Danielle asks Penelope if she would like to earn a little extra cash. Penelope responds affirmatively, and Danielle asks her if she will have sexual intercourse with John, who is an adult, for 1,000 pesos. Penelope eagerly agrees. Danielle walks Penelope over to the entrance of a motel where John is waiting. A. Unemployment. B. Graft and corruption. C. Poverty. D. Prostitution. And the correct answer is letter D. Very good. Moving on to number 2. For April and Richard Ramos, December 2, 2018 was the day they will never forget. And in that moment, everything changed forever. I want you all to know I love you. It is my time to live. Thank you so much for being such a supportive and loving family. I'm sorry I have to do this. A. Suicide. B. Child abuse. C. Prostitution. D. Poverty. And the correct answer is A. Excellent. Number 3. Luisa shares a 3-room apartment with her mother, stepfather, and 9 other family members. Her stepfather lost his job in construction in 2007, and her mom has been unable to find any lasting work. The family relies on a soup kitchen for food and donations of clothing from neighbors. A. Poverty. B. Bullying. C. Climate change. D. Graft and corruption. And the correct answer is letter A. Great! Number 4. I don't know what I should do to help my son. He has begged me not to report the incident to his school. He believes everyone will find out and think he is weak. I desperately want to avoid betraying his trust, but I can see how this abuse is starting to destroy him. A. Poverty. B. Early pregnancy. C. Bullying. Letter D. Lack of sufficient healthcare services. And the correct answer is letter C. Good thinking. And for the last number, number 5, the national government didn't immediately see the need to accredit qualified laboratories to test COVID-19 samples. There was failure to think ahead. The Philippines relied on a single laboratory in the early weeks of the pandemic. This is definitely one of the reasons why COVID-19 infections are still increasing its number. A. Smoking. B. Lack of sufficient healthcare services. C. Pollution. D. Graft and corruption. And the correct answer is letter B. Perfect! Let us now check your score. Did you get all the correct answer? Very good! You can now all identify the social issues in our society. Before we end this lesson, always remember, a social issue is a problem created by the people of the society, and it is a condition that at least some of the people in the community view as being undesirable. Your knowledge about what is going on your surroundings can also allow you to do your part. When you are aware of what is going on around you, it is also possible that you will be prepared.
Thank you for learning with me. Again, this is your teacher, Miss Abigail CEBANICO, and I will see you in our next lesson. Keep safe, everyone. Bye!